Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Nam Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Nam Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare
हरे कृष्णा। ओके प्रभु जी, हरे कृष्णा, दंडवत प्रणाम, जय श्री प्रभुपाद। बोलिए। ओके ओके ओके, I'm going to confirm you within 1 or 2 hours because right now I'm little far from temple. Yes, Prabhu ji, I'm going to confirm and I'm going to send you this. Okay, Hare Krishna Prabhu ji, Dandavat Pranam. Yeah, within 2 hours. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram,
Nam
Ram
nam
Ram,
nam
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Nam
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram Nam Hare Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Nam Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Nam Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Nam Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Nam
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Nam Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Nam Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Nam
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Nam
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Nam Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Nam Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Nam
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Nam
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare 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 Nam Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Nam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Nam Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Nam Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Nam
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare Nam Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Nam
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
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 Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
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 Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram 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 Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Ram
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Ram,
Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Hare Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
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 Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare. Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
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 Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare,
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna Hare
चैतन्य
Hare
प्रभु
Hare Ram
नित्यानंद
Hare Ram
श्री
Ram Ram
अद्वैत
Hare
गदाधर
Hare Krishna Hare
श्रीवासादि
Krishna Krishna
गौर
Krishna
भक्त
Hare Hare
वृंद
Hare Ram
हरे
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
कृष्ण
Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Krishna Hare
हरे
Hare
हरे
Hare Ram
राम
Hare Ram
राम
Ram
राम
Ram
हरे
Hare
हरे
Hare Krishna
हरे
Hare Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे
Krishna
कृष्ण
Hare Hare
कृष्ण कृष्ण
Hare
हरे
Ram
हरे
Hare Ram Ram
हरे
Ram
राम
Hare
हरे
Hare
राम
Krishna Hare
राम
Krishna
राम
Krishna
हरे हरे
Krishna Hare Hare
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Ram
हरे
Hare
कृष्ण
Ram Ram
कृष्ण
Ram
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे
Hare
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Krishna
राम
Krishna
हरे
Krishna
राम
Hare Hare
राम राम
Hare
हरे
Ram Hare Ram
हरे
Ram
कृष्ण
Ram Hare
हरे कृष्ण
Hare
कृष्ण कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे
Hare
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Krishna
राम
Krishna
हरे
Hare
राम
Hare
राम राम
Hare Ram
हरे
Hare
हरे
Ram Ram
हरे
Ram Hare
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे
Krishna
कृष्ण कृष्ण
Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna Krishna
हरे हरे
Hare Hare
हरे
Hare
राम
Ram Hare
हरे
Ram Ram
राम
Ram
राम
Hare
राम
Hare
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे
Hare Hare
कृष्ण कृष्ण
Hare
कृष्ण
Ram Hare
हरे
Ram
हरे
Ram Ram Hare
हरे
Hare Krishna Krishna
राम
Krishna
राम
Krishna
हरे
Hare
हरे
Hare
हरे
Hare Ram
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे
Ram Ram
कृष्ण
Ram Hare
कृष्ण
Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे हरे
Krishna Krishna
हरे
Krishna Hare Hare
राम
Hare Ram Hare
राम
Ram
हरे
Ram
हरे
Ram Hare
हरे
Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna Krishna Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
कृष्ण
Hare Hare
हरे हरे
Hare Ram
हरे
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
राम
Krishna
हरे
Krishna Krishna
हरे
Krishna
कृष्ण
Hare Hare Hare
कृष्ण
Ram Hare
कृष्ण
Ram
हरे
Ram
हरे
Ram Hare
हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
राम
Hare Hare
हरे हरे
Hare Ram
हरे
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Krishna Krishna
हरे
Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram
राम
Ram
हरे
Ram
हरे
Hare Hare
हरे
Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna 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 Hare
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे हरे
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
हरे
Hare
राम
Hare
राम
Krishna
राम हरे
Krishna 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 Hare
हरे
Hare
कृष्ण
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे
Hare
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Krishna Krishna Krishna
राम
Hare Hare
राम राम
Hare
हरे
Ram Hare Ram
हरे
Ram Ram
कृष्ण
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे हरे
Krishna Hare Hare
हरे
Hare Ram Hare
राम
Ram Ram
राम
Ram
राम
Hare
हरे
Hare Krishna
हरे
Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे
Ram
हरे
Hare Ram Ram
हरे
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
राम
Krishna
हरे हरे
Krishna Hare
हरे
Hare
कृष्ण
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे
Hare
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Krishna
राम
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
राम
Hare
हरे
Ram
हरे
Hare Ram
हरे
Ram Ram
कृष्ण
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Hare Hare
हरे
Hare Ram Hare
राम
Ram Ram
राम
Ram
हरे
Hare
हरे हरे
Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna Hare Krishna
कृष्ण हरे
Krishna
हरे
Hare Hare
हरे
Hare Ram Hare Ram
राम
Ram Ram
हरे
Hare
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Krishna Krishna Krishna
कृष्ण
Hare Hare
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे
Ram
हरे
Hare Ram Ram
हरे
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Krishna Hare
हरे
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे
Hare
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Krishna Krishna
हरे
Krishna Hare Hare
राम
Hare
हरे
Ram
हरे
Hare Ram Ram
हरे
Ram Hare
कृष्ण
Hare Krishna
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Krishna Krishna
हरे
Hare Hare
राम
Hare Ram
राम
Hare
राम
Ram
हरे
Ram
हरे
Ram Hare
हरे
Hare Krishna Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे
Krishna
हरे
Krishna Hare
हरे
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
हरे
Hare
हरे
Hare Krishna
हरे
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
हरे
Hare Ram Hare
हरे
Ram 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 Hare
राम
Hare
राम
Krishna
राम
Hare
हरे
Krishna Krishna
हरे
Krishna Hare Hare
हरे
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Ram Hare
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Ram
Ram
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
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 Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
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 Hare Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare, Ram,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Ram,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Prabhu, Dandavat
Krishna,
Pranam, Jai
Krishna
Srila
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Prabhupada.
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna,
Ram,
thank
Krishna,
you
Hare Hare,
so
Hare
much for
Hare
your
Hare,
Ram,
seva to
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Srila
Krishna
Prabhupada.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
I
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
understand
Hare
that you have
Krishna,
paid the
Krishna,
Krishna,
first
Hare Hare,
Krishna
installment
Hare
in
Ram,
full,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
which
Hare,
is
Hare
about
Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
7,000
Hare Ram,
around
Ram Ram, Ram Hare
$7,500
Krishna,
US
Hare
dollars
Hare Krishna,
equivalent
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
to
Hare Ram, Hare
6
Ram,
lakhs
Ram Hare Hare,
25,000
Hare
depending on the
Hare
currency exchange
Hare
rate.
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Jai
Krishna,
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Chaitanya
Hare
Prabhu
Ram,
Nityananda,
Hare
Shri
Hare,
Advaita
Krishna,
Gadadhar
Krishna
Srivasadi
Krishna
Gaura
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Bhakta,
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare Hare.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
श्री
Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna Hare
चैतन्य
Krishna
प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत
Krishna
गदाधर
Krishna Hare Hare
श्रीवासादि
Hare Ram
गौर
Ram Ram Ram
भक्त
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Prabhuji
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Last 5 minutes. Srimad Bhagavatam. So we are in 6th canto, chapter 14, King Chitraketu's lamentation. So this is describing the story of Chitraketu, who was a very great king, but he did not have a child. And then one sage came, Angira Muni, and then he blessed Chitraketu. He married many queens, many women, just to have a child, but by will of providence or by destiny, he was not destined to have a child. So every one of them was barren. And so finally this sage Angira Muni comes and he offers a fruit which he gives to his wife Kritadyuti, and then Kritadyuti has a son. So his name is Harshashok. So this is all this pastime is described in this. And then he dies. So then he's again in lamentation. So this is more about the difference between the soul and the body, right? How we are going from one body to the next, and yeah, we've been in so many species of life. So this is all highlighting that aspect of spirituality. 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, body. So King Chitraketu's lamentation. Okay, we'll read. In this 14th chapter, Parikshit Maharaj asks his spiritual master, Shukdev Goswami, how such a demon as Vritrasur could become an exalted devotee. In this connection, the previous life of Vritrasur is discussed. This involves the story of Chitraketu and how he was victimized by lamentation because of the death of his son. Among many millions of living entities, the number of human beings is extremely small, and among human beings who are actually religious, only some are eager to be liberated from material existence. So of all the species, human beings are very less, and out of those human beings, somebody is religious, and out of those who are religious, somebody wants to be liberated. Among many thousands of people who desire relief from material existence, one is freed from the association of unwanted persons or is relieved of material contamination. Somebody becomes free. Those who want to be liberated of them, some of them become pure. And among many millions of such liberated persons, one may become a devotee of Lord Narayan. Therefore, such devotees are extremely rare. This is that verse, Muktanam api siddhanam
Narayana Parayana
Kotishvapi Mahamune.
Prashantatma
Sudurlabha Prashantatma.
सुदुर्लभा प्रशांतात्मा कोटीश्वर.
Koteshwari Mahamaya. Yes. So we'd like to welcome Cindy and Kajal and all others. I don't know if Cindy can hear. So you're on mute. Kajal is showing thumbs up. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Welcome after quite some time. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you.
Okay. So we are reading the sixth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is just a summary of the whole chapter, what we are reading. Therefore, such devotees are extremely rare. One who becomes a devotee of Lord Narayan. Since bhakti devotional service is not ordinary, Parikshit Maharaj was astonished that an asura could rise to the exalted position of a devotee. So Vritrasur was born as a demon, but he was speaking everything like about devotional service. So Indra was surprised how he's speaking, because in that life he probably didn't have any contact with any devotees. He didn't learn about devotional service. So how did Vritrasur become so exalted in devotional service, in bhakti? So then, in response to that, Shukdev Goswami is telling him the story of his past life. So, being doubtful, Parikshit Maharaj inquired from Shukdev Goswami, who then described Vritrasur with reference to his previous birth as Chitraketu, the king of Surasen. So that his previous life is described in this chapter. Chitraketu, who had no sons, got an opportunity to meet the great sage Angira. When Angira inquired from the king about his welfare, the king expressed his moroseness. So this is just a summary. We'll read in detail the verses. And therefore, by the grace of the great sage, the king's first wife, Kritadyuti, gave birth to a son who was the cause of both happiness and lamentation. Upon the birth of this son, the king and all the residents of the palace were very happy because they didn't have a child, and after such a long time, he had a child. So he was very happy, and he had many wives. So the wife that bore the son was very happy, but the co-wives, other wives, the co-wives of Kritadyuti, however, were envious, and later they administered poison to the child because they were neglected by the king. So they thought this child is the cause of our neglect, and they poisoned the child. Chitraketu was overwhelmed by shock at his son's death. Then Narad Muni and Angira went to see him. So he was in lamentation because he got something after such a prolonged, period of time, and then he lost it. So he was very upset. Then Narad Muni again came, or rather Angira Muni came along with Narad Muni, and then they will instruct him in transcendental knowledge. Okay, so we'll read the verses. I hope everybody is following the story. Okay, you may have heard it before many times. Shri Parikshit Uvacha Rajastama Subhavasya Brahman Vritrasya Papvanah Narayane Bhagavati Katham Asid Dridamati. King Parikshit inquired from Shukdev Goswami, O learned Brahmana, demons are generally sinful, being obsessed with the modes of passion and ignorance. How then could Vritrasur have attained such exalted love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan? So, what is the cause that somebody gets devotional service? What is the cause of that? Somebody gets into devotional service.
Bhakti comes from another bhakta, from another devotee.
From other devotee. Krishna Bhakti Janma Mool Hoy Sadhu Sangha. Teho Punya Mukha.
Krishna prema janme teho punya mukha.
So it is said the root cause of one becoming a devotee of Krishna is the association of other devotees. And when one becomes a devotee, then also association of devotees is very important. because to stay inspired on the path of devotional service, you need regular association. Because Maya is very strong, the illusory energy is very strong, and it can, if we are not in good association, then we have to take some association somewhere. And if we go into bad association, then we can get deviated, or we can lose our inspiration to chant the holy name, to hear about Krishna, to serve Krishna. So, association is the key. Okay, so that's what it is. So, King Parikshit inquired from Shukdev Goswami, O learned Brahmana, demons are generally sinful, being obsessed with the modes of passion and ignorance. How then could Vritrasur have attained such exalted love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayan? What was the cause of his becoming such an exalted devotee? Okay, in this material world, everyone is obsessed with the modes of passion and ignorance. Passion means strong desire for sense enjoyment, and ignorance means after you become lazy. So one is a lazy fool and another is a busy fool. So, but both of them are fools. Passion means like busy fool. Very busy but foolishly busy. And lazy fool means, yeah, just sleeping and ignorance, like laziness generally. So, however, unless one conquers these modes and comes to the platform of goodness, there is no chance of once becoming a pure devotee. This is confirmed by Lord Krishna himself in the Bhagavad Gita. So we have to live a life in the mode of goodness, not in passion and ignorance. So we can, from that platform, we can, it's like a launching pad, you could say, for spiritual life to take off. So, but also we say Bhakti Yoga is an elevator. So if you contact a pure devotee, then automatically so many things can happen so fast. So there's a book called Hare Krishna Explosion by Hayagriva, Howard Wheeler. I think his name is Howard Wheeler. And he was saying how when Prabhupada came and this whole, it was an explosion happened, like a bomb. And so many people's lives changed. Like when there is a bomb blast, right? Many people's lives are affected. That's a bad explosion. This is the good explosion, where so many, they were going a certain path and suddenly Prabhupada coming in their life changed the course of their life. So it's an explosion. This is confirmed by Lord Krishna himself in Bhagavad Gita. Like one devotee was saying, when there is an explosion and then you fall unconscious and then you are admitted to the hospital, and for some time you don't know what happened, and then you said, how did I end up here in the hospital? The explosion happened and I'm in the hospital. What happened? Because after some time you're unconscious, and who brought you to the hospital, you don't know. So similarly, you take up chanting Hare Krishna and all these practices, and you meet a pure devotee, and then say, oh, what happened to my life? I was planning something else, and where am I now? What happened? Suddenly everything changed. Like we all had our, ambitions and things like that. So many things we planned to do, and then we somehow got a Bhagavad Gita or met the devotees, and things changed, and we lost so many things in which we had interest before. Our interest waned or is waning, is going down in those things. So this is the proof that Krishna consciousness works. This is confirmed by Lord Krishna himself in Bhagavad. Because Prabhupada was asked one time, can you show me a miracle? Can you show me a miracle? And he pointed to all his Western disciples, and he said, devotees, and said, see, these people were formerly addicted to drugs and all sinful ways of living. Now they have become pure-hearted. This is a miracle. So to change somebody's consciousness, to make them saintly as devotee of God, that's not so easy. Right? So it's a miracle. This is confirmed by Lord Krishna himself in Bhagavad Gita 7:28. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said what? To make devotee, what do you have to do?
You have to shed gallons of blood.
To make one devotee, you have to shed gallons of blood. So it's not so easy, and especially in the in the Western world right now to make. Prabhupada made so many outside India devotees, so it's not so easy. Even Indians to make them devotees to accept this process is not so easy. So this is confirmed by Lord Krishna himself in Bhagavad Gita 7:28. Yesham tvantagatam papam. Of course, we should not think we are devotees and everybody else is non-devotee. No, that will create pride also. No, we should just think that we are more fortunate. Somehow or other, we got this mercy. So now we are more fortunate, we should make others fortunate. And that's why we should give the books out. We should invite them to programs, should inspire them to chant Hare Krishna. So, Yesham tvantagatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvanda mohan nirmukta bhajante mam dridavratah. Persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life and whose sinful actions are completely eradicated are freed from the dualities of delusion and they engage themselves in my service with determination. So to become fixed up in devotional service means you have to adopt a certain way of lifestyle which will not affect your consciousness in a negative way. And meat eating, gambling, all these things, illicit sex, intoxication, that will take away your consciousness from Krishna. So that's why these things are prohibited. And so by stopping these sinful activities, then we can become fixed up in the mode of goodness. And in the mode of goodness, there you can practice spiritual life easily. Since Vritrasur was among the demons, Maharaj Parikshit wondered how it was possible for him to become such an exalted devotee. Okay, so that is this verse. Any comments anybody has? So okay, so we'll read till about 8 o'clock, and then we'll hear some bhajans and all your comments. Devanam Shuddha Sattvanam Rishinam Chamalat Chamalatmanam Bhaktir Mukunda Charane Na Prayano Demigods situated in the mode of goodness and great saints, cleansed of the dirt of material enjoyment, hardly ever render pure devotional service at the lotus feet of Mukunda. So, what to speak of demons? Even demigods don't render pure devotional service. So, Parikshit Maharaj is saying, yeah, they are devotees, but they are mixed devotees. So, what to speak of this demon? How could he be a pure devotee? Therefore, how could Vritrasur have become such a great devotee? So, in this material world, there are as many living entities as atoms. Among these living entities, a very few are human beings. So, there are countless number of living entities. If you consider every bacteria and all the ants and bees and everything, and so many microbes, then there are innumerable living entities. As there are atoms, we cannot count. Among these living entities, a very few are human beings, and among them, few are interested in following religious principles. So, out of so many, there are some who are human beings, and there are some who are following religious principles. Means they are, yeah, they know that there is something higher in life. O best of the Brahmanas, Shukdev Goswami, out of many persons who follow religious principles, only a few desire liberation from the material world. So Prabhupada says like that, no? Most of us don't want to go back home, back to Godhead. In one purport he says like that. Most of us do not desire to go back home, back to Godhead. So nobody wants to get liberated from material world. Among many thousands who desire liberation, one may actually achieve liberation, giving up material attachment to society, friendship, love, country, home, wife, and children. And among many thousands of such liberated persons, one who can understand the true meaning of liberation is very rare. So many people think moksha. Moksha means just you merge into the Brahman, but that's not actually moksha. What does moksha means?
Mukti hitva anyatha rupam swarupena vivasti. To
So
come back
actual
to your
original.
constitutional position.
Yes, going back to our original position, which is of loving service to the Lord, loving relationship with the Lord. So that is actually liberation, not just merging into the Brahman effulgence. That's not liberation. That's a temporary state. Because in that state, you don't have a relationship. You have peace, but you don't have relationship. And relationship with the Lord is the source of joy. So if you don't have joy, but only peace, you can't sustain long. Because we are by nature pleasure seeking living entities. So peace is good when there is disturbance in life, but that's like coming from negative to zero. But we can't just be at zero. We want positive. Positive means the joy, and that joy comes from relationships in this world also. If you're only peaceful just by yourself, how long you can stay like that? Maybe some yogis can go to the Himalayas and just be there. But we all seek relationships. That's why we have friends and family. Then we want more relationships. So we have children and then grandchildren. And like we say, when we have birthday party, we are not the only one in the party. Right? We invite everybody else also to increase. Like yesterday, we had the big party. So many people were there. The, so like that, we want, and different flavors of relationship also we want. So we are not satisfied with one kind of relationship. We want different. We want to have children because now there is a different flavor. Like Chitraketu Maharaj, he had many wives, but he was hankering for a child. Why? Didn't he have a nice relationship with his wives? Yeah, he had. But he wanted a child. And also because he knew he is going to pass away. So somebody needs to take care of the kingdom. There should be some heir to the throne. So he was also desirous of that. And he also was wanting to have loving relationship with the child. He was so excited. In this world also, many couples who can't conceive, and then after some time, they conceive, they feel so excited and so happy. So
No, but we say that the relationships of this world still do not satisfy us because actually we are looking for a pure relationship, perfect relationship. You may have children, wives, friends, but that's not enough, right? Still you're hankering, I'm not getting what I want. Ultimately, we are looking for a relationship with Krishna.
yes, so we are ultimately looking for the perfect person and perfect being who will love us like unconditionally, and that is God. God loves us unconditionally. So and nobody can match. So Krishna consciousness also means to experience God's love for us. How much God loves us. Basically, that's basically to understand that. And then when we realize that, how much Krishna loves us, then we naturally want to show some gratitude, right? We want to reciprocate. So that reciprocation can be in different ways, right? Through some service you do for the Lord. How much Krishna has given us, right? We got this human body. We didn't select, right? We didn't select the family we were born into. We didn't select the gender, the body we were going to inhabit. We didn't select. But somehow or other, by Krishna's mercy, we got this body, the human form of life. And then we got the association of devotees. So, and Prabhupada, like that, through his books. So that's Krishna's mercy. And then he's providing everything for us, our sustenance. Yeah. We have some intelligence, so we are able to work in a job somewhere. And this intelligence is also beyond our, yeah, right? We are. It's not. I mean, it can stop working also when we have diseases like Alzheimer's. So anything can happen, but it's going on, and we have no control over all these things. So it is Krishna's mercy. So, so in this way, we have to see the blessings. We have to count the blessings in our life, and that will make us more devoted and more feel more gratitude to Krishna. Okay, so purport. So humility, gratitude, tolerance. These are like the fundamentals of spiritual life. And we say when the heart is fertile and the seed is sown. So fertile heart means grateful heart. And the seed of bhakti is sown, then and when you water it in fertile soil, when a seed is sown and you water it, then it will grow. So when we are grateful to Krishna and then we get the bhakti seed, means we get that inclination by associating with devotees. And then we water. How do we water the seed?
By Shravanam and Kirtanam.
By hearing and chanting. Like, so that's watering process. Then the seed will sprout into a sapling and then grow like that. So that is how it is. So we need, yeah, grateful heart, fertile soil. Association of devotees is also required. They say our heart is like a lotus, and for the lotus to bloom, you need two things. What are the two things for lotus to bloom?
Sunlight and
Sunlight
water.
and water. So water is the association of devotees, and sunlight is Krishna's holy name or Krishna. So when we are exposed to the holy name in the association of devotees, then our heart blossoms. Means our heart opens up, means we see the bigger picture of our life. Broader, our consciousness becomes broader. And we see, oh, I'm not this body. I'm the soul. I don't belong to this particular nation or this caste or this bodily color or something like that, which we all identify with, which are called designations. But then I see myself as consciousness, and then so like that. And I see others also as spirit souls. Because the way I see myself, I see others. So if I think of myself as the body, then I see others also as their body. But if I think, no, I am spirit soul, then others are also spirit souls. So in this way, our consciousness blossoms, and then we are seeing everybody on the spiritual platform. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Suni Chaiva Swapakecha Pandita Samadarshina. So if we see everybody equally, equally means, yeah, everybody is spirit soul, but by their karma they got different bodies. So that is all the effect of doing, of chanting and hearing. It brings you to that consciousness, spiritual consciousness. So there are four classes of men, namely karmis, jnanis, yogis, and bhaktas. The statement pertains especially to karmis and jnanis. A karmi tries to be happy within this material world by changing from one body to another. So they do
Wake up
mainly.
slowly. I don't be go and sleep with daddy sometime.
Can't hear. Are you telling us or? Okay. A karmi tries to be happy within this material world by changing from one body to another. His objective is bodily comfort, either in this planet or in another. So he wants to have nice situation for bodily enjoyment. He wants to keep the body in a comfortable, which we all want, of course. It's cold outside, so we have put on heater in our house so that we don't feel the cold. But after becoming comfortable, what we want to do in this situation? We want to remember Krishna, because if it was too cold, then we would not be able to chant. At least I would not be able to. So in Vrindavan, we went last time. It was very cold, so I had to get a heater. There was no heater, Some of you like stayed without heater, but it's very cold and at night you can't sleep if it's cold very much. So we got a space heater. But it's okay to be comfortable. But then you have to practice spiritual life, not become comfortable and then engage in sense gratification, but you have to engage in self-realization. So, so ultimately the goal is to remember Krishna. So if austerities are becoming like distraction for remembering Krishna, then okay, then put yourself in a comfortable situation and remember Krishna. Right? So we don't want to do so many austerities, severe austerities, which will take our mind away from Krishna. If we can do austerities and keep our mind focused on Krishna, that's perfect. Because the goal of everything is to remember Krishna, to chant Hare Krishna, remember Krishna like that. So yeah, so austerity is okay. As much as and everybody's level of austerity can be different. Some of you may not eat whole day, right? On or many days. You can be remember Krishna. So whatever aradityo aradito yadi hari.
Radito yadi haristapasa tata kim naradito yadi haristapasa tata.
What is the use of austerity if you are worshipping Krishna? Of course, we have to do some austerity, like rising early in the morning. The basic austerity is following four regulative principles, which can become an austerity if we are addicted to the wrong. But these are recommended. Fasting on Ekadashi. But you may not be able to fast completely. Then you eat some Ekadashi food. So like that, but some austerity, not too much. So what is the use of austerity if you are worshipping Krishna? And what is the use of austerity if you are not worshipping Krishna? If you're not remembering Krishna, you can say like that. What is the aradhito means to worship, but aradhito means ultimately to worship is also to remember Krishna. So what is the use of austerity if you're not remembering Krishna? And what is the use of austerity if you are remembering Krishna? Because you already achieved the goal. Then why you need any austerity? So anyway, his objective is bodily comfort, either in this planet or in another. Although Krishna says three things should not be given up, even by the great souls: austerity, charity, and penance. Right? Yajna, dana, and tapa. Because we are materially conditioned, so we have to do some austerity. Chanting Hare Krishna is the main austerity, if you don't like it. When such a person becomes a jnani, however, he aspires for liberation from material bondage. Among many such persons who aspire for liberation, one may actually be liberated during his life. Such a person gives up his attachment for society, friendship, love, country, family, wife, and children. Among many such persons who are in the vanaprastha stage, one may understand the value of becoming a sannyasi, completely accepting the renounced order of life. So it's not like you cannot be Krishna conscious with your wife, children, and family. But this is also everything is temporary. And as death comes closer, then you are more focused on God, because now I have only few years left. So that's how it was. So you become more like absorbed in service to the Lord. So, and you help others. In your family, you can help others become Krishna conscious. So, like grandmothers, they will tell stories from the scriptures to their children. Right? So traditionally, the grandmothers and everybody used to live together, right? And now we have nuclear families, but they used to live together. And the grandmother and all these, they will tell the stories and to their grandchildren. And if they are educated in Shastra and the goal of life, and in this way they grow up, everybody in the family, they grow up hearing about Krishna, Ramayana, Lord Ram, Prabhupada says in villages in India before they used to have, in the evening, they used to discuss scriptures like Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita. So, okay. And yeah, and become completely focused on Krishna and Krishna's service and helping others to become Krishna conscious, preaching. So that's at some point one can become like that. That I've done everything else. Now let this remaining portion of my life be just be for Krishna. Krishna's service, helping others become Krishna conscious. So sannyasi means preaching, right? They're doing preaching. So okay, which you can do as a grihastha also. I mean, yeah, but generally, yeah, you can make your family Krishna. Charity begins at home, right? We say first you have to make your family Krishna conscious. Okay, so this famous verse now. Muktanam api siddhanam narayana parayana sudurlabha prashantatma kotishvapi mahamune. O great sage among many millions who are liberated and are perfect in knowledge. So anybody has any comments before we read this verse? Any comments? Cindy like to say anything since you joined first time. I don't know if it makes sense to you or not. Okay, she's not there. We have V as guest. Who is this?
I'm here. I'm here. I didn't understand what you were saying. You said,
Yeah, if you have anything that what we are discussing, do you have anything to say?
oh, oh, I'm going to go back and open my book and read it again. Um, I didn't understand the word you said when you were talking about sannyasi. That means a pure devotee that actually just leaves everything from the world for God.
Yeah, it's like
But you
monks,
said it.
the monks who are
Uh,
renounced, or the nuns
oh,
who.
it's like a monk. Okay. Sometimes I don't catch the words because of the accent. It's like a monk. Okay. MONK. Got it. I
Yeah.
didn't catch that word.
No, I didn't say it before.
So,
I just said it now, just to
okay.
correlate. Yeah, sannyasi means a monk. I
Okay.
mean,
Well,
those who are.
thank you. I'm going to reread it.
Yeah, and it also means somebody who is with his body, mind, and words. They are fully dedicated to Krishna, to God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
So,
like integration and integrity.
like, yeah. So you can,
You're integrated.
yeah, integrated. You do everything for God's service. Like God. So that's
What you think, what you feel, what you say, and what you do matches your heart.
yeah, that is also true. Body, mind, and words. Yeah, yeah,
Thank you. It's our motivation. It all comes from our motivation.
yeah.
Like you said, you can be passionate for God or you can be passionate foolishly and waste all your time and money and energy on ego motivation, because you're not whole. You don't feel your wholeness. Or you can go to God and feel your wholeness and skip all the running around, wasting your money, time, energy on the world when you can go right to the source and feel and experience your wholeness with God. It's so much easier, right?
Mm, yeah, it's easy, it's difficult also, depends on our, yeah, determination.
Well, it's definitely a surrender. It's definitely a surrender and a little bit of a sacrifice, but worth it. I'm enjoy. I love hanging out with you guys, and I have so much gratitude that I met you, and I have so much joy. My joy is expanding. So thank you, and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for joining. Yeah. Okay, So when
I
we
was remembering that words, Prabhu, that you're talking about
uh,
austerities and sacrifice. In the first canto, there's a verse, like, memorize that one. Vasudev para Veda, Vasudev para Magha, Vasudev para
mm,
Yoga, Vasudev para Kriya, Vasudev param Jnanam, Vasudev param Tapa. So, yeah, and the last line is Vasudev paro Dharma, Vasudev param Gati. So he says that in the scriptures, the ultimate knowledge is Krishna. And the purpose of performing the sacrifice is to please him and realize him, right? And all the austerities we perform to know him. So basically, as you're saying that if we, if we like, what is the use of that austerity if we don't know the Krishna, Hari?
yeah, austerity can also, I mean, it's required to control the senses and the mind, and
Mind.
so it gives, yeah, you some. But yeah, if you, the mind and senses cannot just be controlled by austerity, it has to be engaged in Krishna's service. So many sages were doing austerity, but without Krishna consciousness, so they could not fully control it.
Mhm. That's why in the 18th chapter or 17th chapter, Krishna talks about what is really the austerity of body, austerity of speech, austerity of mind. Austerity of body is to worship the Supreme Lord, the Brahmanas and Gurus and father and mother, celibacy, non-violence, simplicity. Austerity of speech, we know, not speaking harshly, speaking truthfully, anutvega karam vakya satyam. Austerity of mind is satisfaction, self-control. So this is real austerity. This needs to be practiced. That's why Krishna is saying, yagna, dan and tapa is not to be given up. Austerity is one of the four legs of the bull of religion.
Cleanliness, it says, austerity of the body consists in worship of the Supreme Lord, the Brahmanas, the spiritual master, and superiors like the father and mother, and in cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, and non-violence. And then he says, austerity of speech, anudvega karam vakyam, satyam priyam hitam chayat, swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva, vanmayam tapa uchyate. Austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also regularly reciting Vedic literature. And satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self control, and purifications of one existence are the austerities of the mind. This is a very nice purport. I like this. To make the mind austere is to detach it from sense gratification. It should be so trained that it can be always thinking of doing good for others. So, how I can benefit others. That's how we should train our mind and to detach it from sense gratification. The best training for the mind is gravity in thought. Means you have to think about things very deeply, not superficially. One should not deviate from Krishna consciousness and must always avoid sense gratification. To purify one's nature is to become Krishna conscious. Satisfaction of the mind can be obtained only by taking the mind away from the thoughts of sense enjoyment. The more we think of sense enjoyment, the more the mind becomes dissatisfied. This is the very Prabhupada is giving all very revolutionary statements, right? Because in conditioned life, we think the more I indulge my mind, the more I will become happy, and more I follow my mind. So he's telling this. The more we think of sense enjoyment, the more the mind becomes dissatisfied. In the present age, we unnecessarily engage the mind in so many different ways for sense gratification. And so there is no possibility of the mind's becoming satisfied. The best course is to divert the mind. So mind needs engagement. So divert the mind. Like yesterday, Mukund was little restless. Then we said, "Oh, you should sit here." And then he sat down, and then we gave him a beads, and then he started chanting Hare Krishna. And then he was chanting and chanting. So, so like that, the mind is very restless, and so we have to give the mind some engagement, and that is the chanting of Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Like there was one man, like that story. Somebody would like to tell the story with that. Was that genie?
Yeah. One man, he got a genie and that would do anything that he asked for. But he has to keep the genie engaged. And if he does not do that, the genie will try to kill him. So this person said, "Oh, wow, I can use this genie. I can get anything that I want. That's great. Yes, I will use him." So he took it and he asked him, "Oh, give me a big house. Give me this and that and wealth and property and everything he asked for." And as soon as he asked for, genie would give him immediately. And then he started to get anxiety. Now, how will I engage this genie? Otherwise, he will kill me. So he went to a sadhu. And the sadhu understood and he told him, "That's easy. You can ask the genie to climb up the tree. When he reaches the top, climb down. And then when he reaches the bottom, climb up. Then he'll be engaged like this. He will not trouble you." That is the mind. Empty mind is devil's workshop. If the mind is empty, it will give you so many thoughts that can destroy you. So you have to keep the mind engaged by climbing up the japa mala. Go one round, and then when it finishes, go the other way. Keep going in round and round the japa mala. Best way to engage the mind.
Yeah, it's like climbing the tree, going one way, then descending from the tree. That's going other way. Then again climbing the tree, again going. So you keep busy with chanting and Krishna conscious activities basically. So then the mind will not. Prabhupada
So,
says, yeah, in our
mm,
temple we have one after another from Mangalarti. There's so
mm,
many services, cooking, this, preaching, going out on Harinam Sankirtan, going out chanting, and then coming back, then again having some talk on scriptures, again then sleeping, and then getting up and doing the same thing every day. And time will just pass. Right?
mm. You say free time is not luxury, it is danger.
Yeah.
And Prabhupada also said, "It's not like I don't have lust. I don't have time for lust. I don't have time for any of these on earth. I'm so busy." Even, who was that? Jayananda Prabhu. Somebody asked him, "How did you become so advanced?" He said, "Sorry, I'm so busy to even think about this. How I became advanced."
So we'll keep mind busy, and when we feel tired, we take some rest, and then we get up again, and then we again keep the mind busy in some service. And we may not like doing the same service, chanting all the time. It's difficult. So you can change, like you hear a little bit, then you can do some book distribution, some preachings, then maybe some cooking, like some temple service, like that. So we keep different services. So we read some books, right? We hear a class. So in this way, keep the mind somehow or other engaged in Krishna. So Prabhupada is saying that the best course is to divert the mind to the Vedic literature, which is full of satisfying stories, as in the Puranas and the Mahabharata. One can take advantage of this knowledge and thus become purified. The mind should be devoid of duplicity, and one should think of the welfare of all. Silence means that one is always thinking of self realization. Yeah, it is a constant endeavor, right? Constantly endeavoring to improve our consciousness. That is the meaning. The person in Krishna consciousness observes perfect silence in this sense. Control of the mind means detaching the mind from sense enjoyment. One should be straightforward in his dealings and thereby purify his existence. All these qualities together constitute austerity in mental activities. It's a very inspiring purport, like for us to get some inspiration to control the mind. senses and how to constantly engage it in Krishna. But it may be difficult. So sometimes we may have some, needs for some recreation. Right? So you can play some sports or some devotees do that. Yeah. But yeah, you can, sometimes they travel, they go to some places, but there also you remember Krishna. So, okay, I don't know if you have time to finish this big purport. So we will not. It's a big purport. So we can stop here. We'll do this verse tomorrow. And now it's your turn to share anything. Anybody has?
I can sing one Ashtakam.
Okay.
Please sing.
Once Dharmina, okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. So this is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and this is Vrindavan Ashtakam. Na yoga siddhi na mamastu moksho vaikuntha pina pashadatvam prema pina syaditi chetaram tum mamastu vrindavana eva vasa taram januryatra vidhiya yache sadbhakta विक्षेवेव माधुर्यधुरां तदस्मिन् ममास्तु वृन्दावन एव वासा कृतं हन्त तपाशितीति गोप्योऽपि भूमे स्तुवते स्म कीर्तिं येनेव कृष्णाङ्घ्रिपदाङ्कितेऽस्मिन् ममास्तु वृन्दावन एव वासा गोपान् गणालं पठतेव यत्र यस्यां रसा पूर्णतमत्वमापा यतो रसो वै स इति श्रुतेस्तन् ममास्तु वृन्दावन एव वासा भाण्डीरगोवर्धनरासपीठे स्त्रीसीमके योजनपञ्चकेन मिते विभूत्वा नमितेऽपि चास्मिन् ममास्तु वृन्दावन एव वासा यत्राधिपत्यं वृषभानुपुत्रा येनोदयित्प्रेम सुखं जनानां यस्मिन् ममांशा बलवात् यतोऽस्मिन् ममास्तु वृन्दावन एव वासा यस्मिन् महारासविलासलीला नाप्रापयं या श्रीरपि सा तपोभिः तत्रोलसन्मञ्जुनिकुञ्जपुञ्जे ममास्तु वृन्दावन एव वासा सदा रुरुन्युक्षुमुखाविशङ्कं खेलन्ति कूजन्ति पिकालिकीडा शिखण्डिनो यत्र नतन्ति तस्मिन् ममास्तु वृन्दावन एव वासा वृन्दावनाष्टकम् एतदुच्चे पठन्ति ये निश्चलबुद्धयस्ते वृन्दावने शाङ्ग्री सरोजसेवां साक्षाल्लभन्ते जनसन्त एव ममास्तु वृन्दावन एव वासा ममास्तु वृन्दावन एव वासा. So this line repeats, Mamastu Vrindavan eva vasha. That is a prayer by a devotee. Please, I want to reside in Vrindavan Dham. Please let me and give me mercy so I can reside in Vrindavan Dham. So translation, let me not have mystic powers, impersonal liberation, the Lord's association in Vaikuntha, or even pure love for him, if instead of that I may reside in Vrindavan. When Brahma and Uddhav, the crest jewels of devotees, saw the intense sweetness here, they begged to take birth here even as a blade of grass. For this reason, I pray to reside in Vrindavan. Here the gopis glorified the earth, saying, O earth, what austerities have you done, so that your surface is now marked with Krishna's footprints. May I reside in Vrindavan. May I reside in Vrindavan where, because the Vedas say Raso Vaisa, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is sweetness, transcendental sweetness attained its highest perfection in the gopis' passionate love. Although only 5 yojanas in circumference, bounded by Bhandirvan, Govardhan Hill, and the Ras dance arena, it is unlimited in transcendental opulence. May I reside in Vrindavan. Because Vrishbhanu's daughter is the queen, and because here the happiness of pure love of God rises, I yearn to live here, I pray. May I reside in Vrindavan. Even by performing many austerities, Goddess Lakshmi could not enter the great Ras dance pastime here. May I reside in splendidly beautiful groves of Vrindavan. May I reside in Vrindavan where the Ruru and Nyunku deer fearlessly play, the cuckoos, bumblebees, and parrots sing, and the peacocks dance. They who with great concentration read aloud this Vrindavan Ashtakam at the end of this life attain direct service to the lotus feet of Vrindavan's master. That's the Falshruti. Um, Mishna Chakravarti Thakur is a pure devotee. So whatever the pure devotees say, Krishna makes the words come true. We have seen that so many pastimes. Narad Muni gave curse to Nalkuvera Manigriva, but when they asked for forgiveness, they said, okay, you'll be liberated. You'll be there as trees, but in the courtyard of Nanda Baba, and you'll be liberated by the hands of Krishna. So Krishna gave mercy to the 2 trees, Vyamala Arjun, only because of Narad Muni's words. And same as Prahlad's words, Prahlad said, yes, my Lord is in this pillar, and from that pillar only Lord appeared. So Prabhupada said, let there be a temple here, and here is the temple. So there is power in the words of devotees. So we can repeat this prayer with the desire that I don't want anything, mystic powers, na dhanam, na janam, na sundaram. I don't want wealth. I don't want to be born in a opulent family, or to get the association of the opposite gender, or even Vaikuntha, or even pure love for Krishna. I just want to reside in Vrindavan. Actually, those who reside in Vrindavan, they are pure devotees. So that is the qualification to reside in Vrindavan, where gopis, they forget themselves. And for them, it's all about Krishna's pleasure. They don't think of anything for themselves. And that is their qualification. And Brahma and Uddhav thought that we are so disqualified, but let us become grass in Vrindavan, so that gopis will step on us and we'll get their dust. And by their mercy, maybe Krishna will be merciful and we may be able to reside in Vrindavan. That's why the dust of Vrindavan, Vraj Raj, is so potent. And some devotees, they eat a little bit of Vraj Raj and put on their head every day, because that, pure devotees have walked on it. So we'll get their mercy. Bhakta Pada Dhuli or Bhakta Pada Jal, Bhakta Bhakta Vishishtin Mahabal. And so gopis are glorifying Vrindavan, that your surface is being touched by Krishna's lotus feet. So how fortunate you are, earth. And so it's transcendental sweet pastimes go on in Vrindavan. That's the highest leela. That the most sweet pastimes are the gopis pastimes with Krishna are the sweetest. And so there is Bhandirvan. That's where Radha and Krishna's wedding happened, correct? Bhandirvan?
Yes, Pandriva.
We went to that place and we still see the deities of Radha and Krishna getting married there. Govardhan Hill, Ras dance again. There's unlimited opulence. So it is a village environment, but there is unlimited opulence there, even more opulence than Vaikuntha. And Vrindavan is the property of Srimati Radharani. And happiness, there is ecstasy. All devotees are in so much bliss, which the bliss that we are seeking for, that is gotten only in the spiritual world when we are amongst pure devotees serving Radha and Krishna, who are in the center. And Lakshmi ji is not allowed to enter because she has some pride that, oh, I'm Lakshmi, I am better than others. So Krishna again and again shows if there is a little pride in the heart of the devotee, then Krishna does not like that. So he leaves the heart of even gopis when they developed pride, when they were in the Ras dance, as Bhagavatam says that Krishna left from the Ras Leela. But of course, gopis are pure devotees. Krishna is teaching us through these things. And yeah, so there are deers, cuckoos, bumblebees, parrots, and peacock dancing. So chanting, dancing, and feasting. That is what is going on in the spiritual world. Everybody is singing songs of Krishna, and they're dancing in ecstasy, and they're feasting. And that's the same atmosphere Prabhupada has brought to us in the material world. When we come in the association of devotees, all we are doing is chanting, dancing, and feasting. So when we experience ecstasy in kirtan and devotees association, you can imagine that's the ecstasy that devotees are feeling in the spiritual world all the time. Of course, in the material world, we cannot be in that state all the time because we have to go to work, we have to do some hard work, and that's how this material world is made up of. Everybody has to do hard work to maintain themselves. But in the spiritual world, all days, every day is a festival. Every step is a song. Every word is a song. Every step is dance. Every day is a festival. Right? I think there is one Brahma Samhita verse like that. Shriya Kanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kalpataru. Can I open that verse? It's Brahma Samhita.
Yeah. Right.
No, I mean you can share your screen.
Okay. One minute. It's here. Yeah, I opened it.
Shriya Kanta Kanta Param Purusha Kalpataru Druma Bhumishintamani Ganamai Toyam. I don't know, maybe I'll learn. Okay, so translation. I worship that transcendental seat known as Shweta Dweep, where as loving consorts, the Lakshmis, in their unalloyed spiritual essence, practice the amorous service of the Supreme Lord Krishna as their only lover, where every tree is a transcendental purpose tree. It's called Chintamani tree and can fulfill all your desires. Where the soil is the purpose gems. There is no dirt there. Everything is gems and um, what do you say? Gems and jewels everywhere. All water is nectar. Every word is a song. Every gate, every step is a dance. And the flute is a favorite attendant. Effulgence is full of transcendental bliss, and the supreme spiritual entities are all enjoyable and tasty, where numberless milk cows always emit transcendental oceans of milk, where there is eternal existence of transcendental time. Time is conspicuous by its absence. There is no destructive effect of time. Who is ever present and without past or future? Time is not subject to the quality of passing away even for the space of half a moment. That realm is known as Goloka only to a very few self-realized souls in this world. So very few souls can actually realize that world. But we say that when we chant the holy name with service attitude, then from chanting of the holy name will manifest Krishna's beautiful form, Nam. His Nam will manifest his Roop and his beautiful qualities, Guna, and his amazing pastimes, Leela, and his spiritual abode, his Dham, will be manifest to us when we chant the holy name. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. You can add, Prabhu.
Yeah, so like in a seed, a big tree is contained. So in the holy name, everything is contained. So from the holy name will come everything. So if we chant Hare Krishna, and this is the mantra that's recommended for this age, for Kali Yuga, and if we chant Hare Krishna, then everything will come from that. Like from a small seed, a whole big tree is manifesting. So Prabhupada, when he came to the West, he didn't have any money, anything like that. He was just, there's a place in New York, in Tompkins Square Park. If you go today also, you'll see that. They have put a plaque saying that this is the place where the founder of the Hare Krishna movement sat and chanted. That tree is, I think, there. The tree is still there. And he just chanted Hare Krishna, and so many people came. So many devotees came, and from that, because of his pure chanting, there's temples manifested, a whole movement started from the chanting of the holy name. And he was also speaking Bhagavad Gita. He was speaking, there were discourses on Bhagavad Gita he was giving, and devotees were coming. So if we chant Krishna's names and speak about Krishna, then from that everything will come. Like many revolutions happened, right? Hitler, how did he start his big revolution? By speeches, right? So if material sound has so much, potencies, many revolutions start by just leaders speaking, giving speeches and like inspiring people to do a revolution, which may be good or bad, but so in the same way, by speaking about Krishna, that's why Lord Chaitanya says, to whomever you meet, Yare dekho tare kaho Krishna updesh. Don't give your updesh. Tell what Krishna has told in the Bhagavad Gita. We have Rupam on the call. So yesterday he was reciting verses from the 12th chapter. Adveshta sarva bhuta anam. Let's look at some verses in the 12th chapter. So,
Cindy has a question.
Cindy has a question. Yeah, go ahead, Cindy.
So I was just wondering, like, as everyone was chanting this mantra, and it's a very high frequency, correct? It's like the highest frequency in science. Is this related to the law of attraction,
Yeah,
where everything comes? Because in science, we can teach the same thing using science ideas, quantum physics, and the law of attraction. And would you say that when he came and sat down and started chanting and raising this frequency to joy, then that attracts,
yeah,
like if you build it, they will come, in other words?
yeah. Sound has a profound effect on our consciousness. If I were to say you some bad words, right, you would feel a certain way. When you hear a romantic song, you feel certain way, right? All these things, music. That's why people like to be so. They're so attracted to music. That's material sound vibration. And then something there is called spiritual sound vibration, which comes from outside this material realm, which is not originating here. Of course, I may say, oh, I'm chanting. It's coming from my mouth, but actually, this sound is spiritual sound. So we can speak material sound vibrations, or we can speak spiritual sound vibrations. So when we speak
So you're saying there's actually an ascension going on, but also a descension from the spiritual realm,
yes, it is
both
said.
going on.
Yeah, there is a verse like that. Golokera Prem Dhan Harinam Sankirtan. This holy name has descended in, and it's non-different from Krishna. The sound is the same as the person also. Abhinatvam Nama
Mhm.
Namino. That's why it has, when you chant, you are actually associating with Krishna in the sound. And then because Krishna is all pure, and when you associate with somebody who's all pure, then you also become purified. So that is how it, and intellectually it's very difficult to figure out how it's, but if you chant,
So when we come together and do and practice kirtan and bhujans, then we raise our frequency higher and higher in an ascension process, and then that calls to a higher non-world, like not from the material world, for the descent of more power, which is love and joy and So this is why we practice, is because we're calling on God, on these higher frequencies from not from this world, to come and imbibe us in a transcendental, in another consciousness, in Krishna consciousness. This is why we practice, correct?
Yes. And God is a person. So God is a person. He has emotions, he has desires. And that's why he can reciprocate our love. So when we call to God in love, he also reciprocates. With we feel in our heart that something, like that. So
Mhm.
yeah, so it is not, yeah, it is not impersonal thing, that it's just only some energy. But he, of course, he is the, from him everything is coming, and he's the supreme person. Because God has to be complete. So he has both a personal aspect and he has an impersonal aspect. But the personal aspect is higher than the impersonal aspect, because impersonal aspect doesn't have those other, you know, emotions, and that's impersonal aspect is that Brahman effulgence, the all pervading.
Yeah, it's just science. It's the law of attraction. It's the impersonal and it's the science. It's like gravity. It really works. Or karma.
Mm.
Yeah, you want to say
So
something?
Well,
pure
thank you.
devotee.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. I'll chew
Uh,
on all this and do some reading. Thank you so much.
thank you.
like we say, pure devotional service is Sri Krishna Akarshani. It is like a magnet that attracts Krishna. Like you don't have to go by searching Krishna. You just sit and chant Hare Krishna, and Krishna will be attracted towards you. When we are calling out to him, right? Just like we call out to a person, hey this, and he gives us attention because when we call out to his name. So calling out to Krishna's name is getting attention of Krishna.
That makes sense to me. Thank you, Radhika.
Yeah,
That makes total sense. Thank you.
yeah. If we call out to Cindy with great affection, then Cindy will reciprocate, right?
That makes so much sense. Thank you. Just that right there makes sense to me. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, we can recite some verses from the. We should memorize the whole 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's very nice. The qualities of the devotees are described in this. And so we can remember to, I mean, when we become God conscious, automatically those qualities will come. And that's the proof that we are God conscious or not. Because it's like, the proof that something is there means some effect has to happen. And what is the effect? The effect is that you develop all these qualities. So to the extent we develop these qualities, then we are Krishna conscious. So okay, so we can read some verses. Anyway, in Kartik we are supposed to read this 12th chapter. So we should read the whole chapter, maybe every day once. It takes only 5 minutes and translation. What do
What
you think?
chapter are we in, Pam? What chapter? I
This
came
is
on
the,
late.
you can't see the screen here.
Oh, yeah, chapter 12. Okay, thank you.
We can take turns. We can read five verses, the verse and the translation. So if you click on this link, it will take you to this. So somebody like to read first 5 verses, then we'll do five, five, five. There are only 20 verses. Only 4 people can read. Yeah. Who would like to go?
Preeti Chini.
Okay.
Chapter a day keeps Maya away. Yeah. Go
Could I
ahead.
read?
Yeah, you can read
Okay.
first 5 verses, then we can somebody else. Maybe Radhika.
Arjuna उवाच एवं सततयुक्ता ये भक्तास्त्वां परिपासते ये चाप्यम् अक्षरम् अव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमा Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect? Those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, are those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested. Shri Bhagwan Uvacha Mai Mai Avesha Manoye Mam Nityayukta Upasate Shraddhaya Paryopetas Te Me Yukta Tamamataha Mata. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their minds on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be most perfect. Ye tu aksharam anirdeshyam avyaktam paripasate sarvatra gam achintyam ya cha kutastham achalam dhruvam तन्नियमिन्द्रिया ग्रामं सर्वत्र बुद्धया ते प्राप्नोति माम एव sarvabhuta rata. But those who fully worship the unmanifested, that which lies beyond the perception of senses, that all pervading, inconceivable, unchanging, fixed and immovable, the impersonal conception of the absolute truth, by controlling the various senses and being equally disposed to everyone. Such persons engaged in the welfare of all at last achieve me. क्लेशोऽधिकातरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्त आसक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम् देहावद्भिरवाप्यते. For those whose mind are attached to the unmanifested, impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied.
Hmm. Okay.
I can go.
Hmm.
ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषाम् अहं समुद्धार्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ माम् आवेशिता चेतसाम्
मयि aveshita chetas.
मयि आवेशिता चेतसाम्. But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me, and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service, and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Pratha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. मयि एव मन आदत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशयसि मयि एव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always, without a doubt. अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शोक्नसि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो माम् इच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय. My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulated principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me. Abhyasepi asamarthosi matkarma paramo bhava mad arthamapi karmani kurvan siddhim avapsyasi. If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage.
Okay, next five. Somebody like to read the next five with the Sanskrit and the.
I can read, Prabhuji.
api.
Hare-
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mataji. Go ahead,
We have
Prabhuji.
another five, so after this we can Shankar. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Somebody has to do, right? So.
अथ एतद् अपि असक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगम् आश्रिता सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं तथा कुरु यतात्मवान्. Mhm. If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act
giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated. श्रेयो हि ज्ञानम् अभ्यासज ज्ञानध्यानं विषयते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागश्च अनन्तरम्. If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation, and better than meditation is renunciation of fruits of action. For by such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind. Advesta sarvabhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirankara samadukha sukha shana shama shami. Right? Santushta satatam yogi yatatma.
1 minute. I'll make it a little bit bigger so you can see.
Sure. Santushta satatam yogi yatatma drida nischaya maye arpita manurbuddhir yomad bhakta same priye. One who is not envious but is kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. Yasman nodvijate loko, lokan nodvijate chaya, har- harshamarsha, bhayadvog, bhaya, bhayodvegar, mukto yasacha me priya. He by whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety is very dear to me. Hare Krishna.
Shall I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. अनेप अने अनापेक्षा सुचेर्दक्षा उदासीनो गताव्यतः सर्वारम्भा परित्यागी यो मद्भक्ता समे प्रिया. My devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains, and not striving for some result is very dear to me. यो न हर्षति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभाशुभ परित्यागी भक्तिमान्यः समे प्रिया. One who neither rejoices nor who neither laments nor desires, and who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things, such a devotee is very dear to me. Samashatrau cha mitre Samasatrau cha mitre cha tata manapamanayo sitoshno sukha dukkeshu samasanga vivarchitaha. तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतः स्थिरमतेर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः. One who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge and who is engaged in devotional service, such a person is very dear to me. ये तु धर्मामृतमिदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धदाना मत्परमा भक्तास्ते अतीव मे प्रिया. Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, anything? Yeah. Any comments on this chapter? So we can, if you read this chapter every day, we'll know all the verses. Okay.
I can share one verse, Prabhuji.
Hmm. Go ahead.
that's okay. So yeah, I read before this Gajendra prayer. So 835, mm, I was meditating on that verse. Kalena panchatvam, Kalen panchatvam itishu kritsnasho lokeshu paleshu charvaheteshu tamastadasit gahanam gabhiram yastasya pare abhivirajate vibhu. Yeah, so this translation say that in due course of time, when all the causative and effective manifestation of the universe, including the planets and their directors and maintainers, are annihilated, there is a situation of dense darkness. Above this darkness, however, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I take shelter of his lotus feet. So yeah, this is a Gajendra story. I mean, everybody knows it. Maybe Cindy don't know, but this one is talking about the importance of time, right? I was thinking that way, that the time is, Krishna says that uh he's a Kalosmi, he's the time in Bhagavad Gita. So the time is like, is destroy everything. Is it captures both, um, time devours everything. But the only Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is remains eternally beyond its grasp. So time is cause and effect within this universe. Even the when this the it says that when this material world get destroyed, even all the demigods, even Brahma himself are destroyed, and darkness covers everything. Already, this material world is dark. Even the sun is here, so we get the light. But the Lord is untouched by the time. So what we can learn that time is like, is a great destroyer of this world. No one can resist the time. It with the time everything moves, all the planets, our like youth, age, disease, death, everything. Because and time, what we can learn that time humbles, right? Because we understand that it reminds us that nothing material in this world is truly ours. So it humbles every ego, our ego. It strips away our illusion because everything is dissolved eventually, right? So when the Gajendra realized that, he also fought for like 1,000 years, and after that he realizes that I cannot fight. Now I have to surrender. And with time, and and then is a wise person. At least he is wise that he comes after that. That who can conquer the time, and that is to surrender to the one who controls the time, that is Krishna. So and yeah, there's so many verses is talking in the Bhagavatam is talking about
It
that.
is, yeah.
um
He's waiting there.
mm, our
All
yeah.
right. Yeah.
So yeah, our time is what I was saying. Yeah, so in this human time life, his time is so valuable, right? One has to be, it says that one cannot buy the time, even spending a gold, thousand of gold coins, one cannot even buy a second. So it's very important that how we can use this time. Um, and one can control the time only by surrendering to the Lord. So the few lessons what I understand from this verse, that the power of time. Time destroys everything. So use time wisely for chanting and hearing and serving. And because time is like a silent preacher also. Every passing moment, it loses. We loses our life. And so we should surrender to Krishna before it takes everything away. And other thing I learned that time equalizes everyone, right? Either you are a king or a beggar or a child, it's time is same for everyone, and everyone's life is reduced to dust by the time. I mean, but the soul, but those conditioned soul who always remember Krishna is not touched by this time. Um, Other thing I was learned that time is purifies also, right? When we learn that this with the time it's taking away, which is and which is false in this material world. And if I'm using the time in just enjoying in this material world, it leaves the eternal. And what is the eternal is doing our devotion, our sadhana, and ultimately surrender to the Lord. So yeah, I mean, by reading this, I these are my reflections on this one.
Thank you. Nice reflections. Anybody has any comments on the? So time is purifying. Time destroys. Time. What does time destroys? Time purifies. With time, you can get purified. If that's what you said, right?
Time teaches also.
Time
Yeah,
teaches also.
time is a silent preacher.
We are supposed to
It's
become wise as we grow in years, right? Time. We learn from experiences. So, yeah, time is
Time is the
Krishna
greatest
greatest asset,
wealth.
wealth. Time is the greatest
That's what
wealth.
she said. Ayushna ekopi na labhye swarna koti. You
Mhm.
cannot purchase one moment of time by paying millions of gold coins. So the greatest wealth that we have is our time.
Yeah, like as we fast forward time, right? What will happen? 10 years, add 10 years to your life, 20 years, 30 years, and then we're out of this body. We are in some other situation, right? So time is moving everything in this material world, which is Krishna's energy. So, so yeah, you were saying that if we use our time, time is equalizer. Means at the time of death, everything is zeroed out. In one sense, because you lost everything. But of course, you take your karma with you. But time, if it is used for Krishna, Ayur Harati Vai Pumsam, that verse is there. If you use your time to awaken your God consciousness, then you will go to that time, to that place where there is no effect of time. So it will give you eternal life. If you use this material time here in this world, then you'll go to the place where there is no destructive effect of time. So you become immortal. If you use your time in the right way, then you become immortal. You go back to your home.
And one symptom of advancement is avyartha kalatva. A devotee does not waste his time.
Yes.
So wasting of time, we can see where we are wasting our time in our day. We are talking unnecessary things that don't help us or don't help others. We are watching things or every moment has to be utilized. So like we say between B and C, between B and D, there is C. Between birth and death, there is C. Every moment is a choice. Whether you want to, you know, use that time effectively to move towards Krishna, or you can also be moving away from Krishna if you're doing unfavorable activities.
Yeah, because there is not enough attraction to Krishna. So we may not be able to use all our time in Krishna. But as you get more attraction, then those advanced devotees, these are the symptoms of bhav, those who have great attachment to Krishna. Because we may not find, like after some time, we find this chanting is too much, right? It's like, okay, let me put my beats down. Because it's like, okay, now I'm not, I need to do something else which will give me more taste. So, so like that, that's the, you can only be at Avyartha Kalatvam stage when you have great interest in Krishna consciousness, then you are so attracted to it. Otherwise, you can force yourself, and that is Vaidhi Bhakti, to not waste time. And then when you actually develop attraction, then you don't want to waste any moment in any other activity than Krishna consciousness because you got so attracted.
Mhm.
But till that time, yeah, it's like
I was also thinking one more thing that here in this verse, he's talking about the darkness, right? The dense darkness after annihilation. I mean, that is true. He's talking about the cosmic annihilation, but the spiritual ignorance, avidya, that that is a darkness that covers the soul, right? And so in that darkness and in the no material intelligence, wealth, or power or anything can save us. The only light is, we say that Krishna Surya Saman, Maya Andhaka, right? So Krishna is, and the only light that remains is the transcendental light, right, of the Lord's presence, and that through the chanting. And so the devotees, that's a difference, that in the moment of darkness, what kind of darkness? I was thinking that, like, there's so many problems in this society, like any loss, any grief, problems, confusion. So the devotees turn themselves towards Krishna. They get the light from Krishna, they hear and take the shelter of the Lord. And that's how they, who is the beyond, of course, is beyond the time. So, and but yeah, but the material ignorance or spiritual ignorance, sorry, material presence and spiritual ignorance is also darkness, and that only be dissipated by the knowledge of Krishna when we turn towards Krishna, right?
And you turn and you get pleasure. Yeah, when you feel very
And
joyful in this. Because we are ultimately looking for pleasure. Everybody is looking for pleasure. So then only you can be so 24/7, right? They say that's the essence of all advice is to tannama rupa charita adi sukirtananu smrityo kramena rasana manasi niyojya tishtan vrajeta danuragi jananugami kalam nayed akhilam iti updesha saram. So this is the essence of all that. But how can you 24/7? I mean, avyartha kalatvam, not doing anything else, all the 24 hours being engaged. It's difficult. I mean, doing job is not like you can do job, but you sacrificing your results for Krishna and everything. Then everything is can be done in Krishna's service. It doesn't mean we have to simply sit and chant the whole day, but you can do varieties of services for Krishna. But you're always remembering Krishna, and you're doing everything. You're giving your results and everything, your energy, your time, service to Krishna. That's very so. Yeah. So everybody's at different levels of advancement. But yeah, we have to force, initially, we have to force ourselves. When you get taste and
Hare,
conviction, yeah, right, Madhav Kandam.
so, right, I was hearing Karthik Yatra that Maharaj, His Holiness Radhanath Swami. So one in one of the lecture, I think it was yesterday or day before. So he was talking about, uh, I mean, devotees do parikrama around Govardhan, and there are two types of happiness. One happiness is devotee, where when devotee is doing parikrama, his mood is to hear Krishna Katha as doing parikrama, that a serving mood. He want to hear more, and that is one type of happiness. And second happiness is like, yeah, when when my yatra is going to done, because initially we start, but then our we are still bodily consciousness. So it is like I'm just connecting it to like chanting, like we're doing, at least in my case, when I do chanting, focus is when 16 rounds will be done, and then like, okay, I'm done. So so that's what I was. So I know. So it is, as you said, uh, we start somewhere, but we have to develop that consciousness. Initially, focus is on just completion, like a checkbox. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Vedi Sadhana Bhakti turns to Radhanuga. At some point,
Yeah.
when your heart becomes clean, then you become spontaneously your. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we can. Anything else? I think Radhika wants.
No, to that point, I was saying we just read those verses, right? The yoga ladder. So, what does Krishna says that if you're not on the Raganuga platform, then perform sadhana bhakti. In this way, develop a desire to attain me. So, have an intense desire. I want to advance. I want to develop my pure love. That desire will lead you to the next step of Raganuga. Like if you're not able to get up early in the morning or your chanting is not nice, then you should repent. Oh, my chanting was not good today. Tomorrow I will do good. I will try my best. I will read something, build my consciousness, meditate on it, and then I will chant nicely. So like Yashoda is endeavoring again and again. We say failure, fatigue, and feedback. We are getting failures in our sadhana. We make mistakes, we have anarthas, we fall down. But and then we say, no, I desire to become a better devotee. Let me endeavor. Next time I will do good. And from tomorrow, I will not, fall into my anarthas or, try to improve my bad habit, get out of my bad habits. Like that, endeavor, keep endeavoring. And then His mercy will come and that will raise us to the raga.
Keep endeavoring. Yes. Keep trying. Okay, so we'll hear some Butler's childhood